Good afternoon, buonasera.
Good afternoon.
Dear Professor Brügge, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, thank you very much for the invitation and the possibility to speak here. I'm Dr. Nüske, I'm veterinarian at the Livestock Center of Oberschleißheim, belonging to the veterinary faculty of the LMU in Munich. And in the following, I will give you a 10-minute summary of at last 25 years of work in claw trimming, training, and exercise. Future prospects lead directly to your profession and expertise. Next slide, please. Today, about 20 million cows live in the EU, 3.7 million of these in Germany, and nearly 1 million in Bavaria. Next, a large part of all cows is still kept in tight stall systems with more or less comfort. Next, short bedding, hard floor surface, and poor hygiene standards lead to numerous problems with claw and leg diseases and to severe lameness. Next, on the other hand, we have a growing number of loose house stables with different types of floors and bedding solutions with or without straw. Next, intention of these housing systems are better comfort and more chances for the animals to live in their typical natural behavior. Next, but we know the best stall is only as good as its management. Even modern systems can create problems in single animal or herd dimensions. Next, the distribution of dairy farms from 1993 to 2012 illustrates that we have less cow farms but more cows per farm all over Germany. The mean number of animals per farm has more than doubled within the last 20 years. Today we count more than 50 cows per farm. This number doesn't show regional differences that range from 60 cows or less in the southern to some 1,000 cows per farm in the eastern provinces of Germany. Next, looking at Bavaria, we see that the most common breeds have mean milk yields from 7,500 to 8,700 kilograms per year. The mean age of culling, that means the date of leaving the farm, varies from 5.5 to 6.6 years. Infertility, infections of the udder, and with its increasing percentage lameness are the main reasons for culling. But let me mention that a large part of infertile cows are just a little lame. Next, lameness is defined as irregular behavior in walking, exercise with increasing pain. Today we know that lameness is not a simple cause and reaction chain, but a multifactorial process originating in the fields of trimming, housing, hygiene, breeding, and feeding. Next. So we can regard lameness as a cascade originating in the big five sources: trimming, hygiene, housing, feeding, and breeding, leading from simple to severe consequences and accumulating in the well-known common diseases from bed form up to ulcers, erosion, and fissures. Next. At this point, I want to give a first summary. Regular and professional claw health control is obligatory for cow comfort. It should be taken for granted in cow care, leads to a number of diagnoses in every round, reflects the actual and retrospective situation concerning lameness and claw health, uncovers problems leading to lameness originating in housing, feeding, breeding, and hygiene. Next. All this requires paperwork or electronic documentation. Next. We have a wide choice of tools to keep records in claw health, beginning with paperwork. Next. Sheets with numerous possibilities to illustrate trimmers' work in the stable, given living pictures. Next. To recognize the correct name of the discovered problem on place. Next. Modern electronic devices like palm recorders or apps for tablets or smartphones register every step of the daily work and summarize in clear design what we have done and still have to do. Next. Unfortunately, in practice, trimming very often is performed in a hasty and rude way, not regarding animal or personal feelings of pain, fear, or operational safety. Next. On the other hand, we have modern equipment, tools, and knowledge that gives a chance to work comfortable with respect to animal and personal safety. Next. As another example, here you can see claw trimming exercise on a tilt table, the animal tied in an uncomfortable position, the trimmer working in uncomfortable position, Safety is very poor regarding hand and eye protection, but also in the field of electronic power supply. Next. Advanced trimming on expert level is performed in a one-way flow. Animal and trimmer are in safe positions, enjoying comfort and a minimum of stress during the working process. Next. It is possible to work as a claw trimmer, farmer, or veterinarian in the field of lameness without any approved exercise or expertise. Very often, basics in theory and practice are poor, real expertise is rare, and certifications are not requested. Only the associated trimmer reaches expertise and has to work lifelong to keep it. Next. The distressing fact is that the number of well-trimmed and well-supervised cows in all our stables is still on a poor level regarding the proportion of trimmers by various categories. In Germany, as the state with the most cows within the EU, not more than 1/4 of all herds is trimmed by qualified persons. Precondition for trimming is an increased awareness of the need. This awareness can be intensified by automatic data samples leading directly to the problem. Next. Regular and professional claw health control and trimming is essential in every farm keeping cows. Is exercised in a wide range of skills and requires more attention. Needs a lot of experience in theory and practice to reach professional excellence. Connects farmers, trimmers, and vets to solve the lameness problem. Is able to intensify the different skills of these three professions to improve cow health and farm profit. Should be regarded as a profession and not as a job. This requires solid formation in claw health under the headline, Next, Step by Step to Excellence. Next. Modern herd management is based on a permanent data flow originating from milking or feeding systems that register cows' performance day per day all over the year. Basic data we collect are milk yield per cow a day, milk flow, quality, amount of fat and protein, udder health by somatic cell amount. Ruminating activity as indicator of feeding well behavior by a neckband-based microphone. Walking activity by a neckband-based counter. A combination of all these data, for example, gives us information on the cow's fertility and estrus and allows on-point artificial insemination. Next. Having a look on lameness, we would be very happy to receive more detailed respective individual cow data as individual walking pattern per cow. That means the number of steps per time, the step lengths. Walking patterns differentiating between fore and hind, left and right feet. Walking patterns differentiating between inner and outer claws. These detailed data on walking patterns directly leads to an increasing pressure of checking and trimming single animals or complete herds. Next. And here we are in the instrumented cow module. Juan Khalajian's design gives a splendid view on desired lameness, or let me better say walking records in the cow's daily environment. He proposes a smart neckband, smart straps, or even smart mats to create an individual data flow of cows' walking activity all over the day. Next. We would be pleased. No, there is one is not there. The next, we would be pleased to receive a mobile phone connectable data flow providing information on animalist walking patterns, easy to receive, and asking for therapeutic activity in the affected animals. Playing with the characters, I would like to get an app spelling lame as look at my exercise. Exercise is defined as physical activity to improve health. Our livestock center, one before, is situated in Munich, nearer Outback at Oberschleißheim, and we would be very happy to be the first using your professional expertise to create a completely new way of collecting activity data on walking cows. Our herd, and now we're just on the picture, is big enough to find all kinds of walking patterns and a wide range of different cow types to judge your suggestions in practice. Practical options can be examined and tested on realizability. Let me summarize the last one. Regular professional claw health and control and trimming are effective tools of herd management. Documentation of claw health and trimming serves as a general check of cow comfort and locomotion health, combining practical treatment and uncovering problems in the sections of housing, hygiene, breeding, and feeding. Expertise in claw health requires teamwork of farmers, claw trimmers, and veterinarians, thus reaching better claw health, claw comfort, and economic success. Farmers, trimmers, and veterinarians have to be informed, instructed, and trained well to improve their skills and to recognize the widespread requirements in this underestimated field of work. Automatically controlled walking is assumed to be a precious and smart instrument, ameliorating claw health and increased awareness of the problem in herd management. Last one. Thank you very much for your attention. May I ask some questions?
So, thank you very much, Dr. Nuske, for your presentation. Do you know, my first question is, where are you on Earth right now?
I'm sure there are friendly words you said to me, but I don't understand anything.
Well, he's on a conference, and I have my microphone on. I'm talking loud and clear.
The question was, where are you?
I'm just in the middle of Tuscany in the mountains of Casentino. I will go in front of the door and show you a little picture. Okay. You see, we have a great evening. You see anything?
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. You know, this might be so out of what we usually ask you to do. I'm not sure this fits any description, but to bring it down, we're talking about a carpet made out of e-textiles. We're talking about cows going over the carpet, and if they limp, we want to find it by deep learning, machine learning, neural networks. We want to find irregular cows. Irregular cows, what an expression. But Lucas just told me this is a new MOOC, okay?
With U and double C.
MUC, not MOOC, but MUC. We'll see how this works out. So the cows will wear sensors, microphones. We will use cameras, any type of sensors that help you to figure out irregularity in the walk.